Hello and welcome! Eu sou a Marcela, sua tia do inglês, e hoje nós vamos saber o que é que os gringos pensam de nós brasileiros. Então a gente vai entrevistar eles, e para isso eu vou usar a plataforma Cambly, que é uma plataforma onde você pode praticar o seu inglês com nativos, e eu tenho certeza que daqui a um ano você vai desejar ter começado hoje. E o mais legal é que eles estão com 50% de desconto nas assinaturas, você não vai perder. Quer experimentar? Tem um link aqui embaixo para você experimentar e entender como funciona. Eu tenho certeza que você vai se desafiar de monte e ganhar muita autoconfiança. Agora bora ligar para esses gringos. I'm going to start by asking your name and introduce yourself to my students. Tell me where you're from, where you live right now.
Oh, of course. My name is Greg, and I live in a very small city in Atlantic Canada. It's called Fredericton. It's in the province of New Brunswick, and it's considered in the Maritime Provinces. So the Maritime Provinces are Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, where I live, Prince Edward Island, and also Newfoundland.
They're like all islands?
I am not on an island, but I'm on the coast for sure.
Okay.
East coast of Canada.
How cold does it get?
Gets very cold here. We have 4 distinct seasons. We have all the seasons. Our winters last approximately 4 months, and it can be minus 35 degrees.
Oh my God, wow. We're actually the opposite, you know, we're like, well, we use Celsius here and we're like almost 40 today. It's like
so
crazy
different.
hot.
So different. I don't think my city has ever reached above 40. Maybe with the humidity in the extreme summertime. But
yeah, sure. That's awesome.
My name is Allison. I live in the United States, specifically in Atlanta, Georgia. I've been working as a tutor on Cambly. This is my second month, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. It's very wonderful. I meet people from all over the world, and all of these interesting people who are trying to learn English to advance their lives in some way or another. So it's been really wonderful and exciting and fulfilling. So.
No, I just love being a tutor myself too. I think it's so exciting, right?
Yes,
people get to make their dreams come true and feel free to talk, right?
Right.
That's wonderful.
Okay, my name is Sharon, and I've been teaching on Cambly for 2 years, and I am from Canada, from Ontario, Canada, but I live in Mexico.
Oh, that's great. And how did you end up in Mexico?
Well, I had a friend that lived here, and my husband and I wanted to retire to Mexico, so we came to we came to Mexico and looked around in the same town where my friend lives, and we love it here.
Oh, it's amazing. The weather, especially, right?
Right, the weather is wonderful.
Okay, that's amazing. So, have you ever had any experience teaching Brazilians?
Yes, I have taught many Brazilians, yes.
Okay, so my first question is, when the word Brazil pops up, what comes to your mind?
I think friendly.
Okay, that's a good word. I think it's so us, you know.
Yeah.
Brazil. Well, I should start by saying I do have many Brazilian students, and I know they're all very willing to learn, participate in the lessons. Now, when I hear the word Brazil, I think of a very beautiful place. I think of beaches. I think of great weather and very friendly people, outgoing people. I think those are what comes to mind.
That's awesome. Very good.
I think of richness and lushness. Brazil is a place that's overflowing with culture and a spirit, you know. I know quite a bit about the history of Brazil. As a matter of fact, I'd like to tell you a quick story.
Okay.
I have a friend from college. Her father was from Nigeria. Her mother was African American. Her father, their last name was Bankole, which means to build. So their family was a family of architects. So he went to Brazil to do some work in architecture. And
Okay.
someone took him to a village that looked exactly like his village in Nigeria. And it was the descendants of people who had been forced to come into slavery in Brazil that replicated the village of their family back in Nigeria.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's such a coincidence. That's an amazing story.
Yeah.
And have you taught any Brazilians in your experience?
Yes, probably maybe 20% of the students on Cambly that I've
Okay.
been with have been from Brazil. So I
That's
love
awesome.
Brazil. That's one of the places that I intend to visit. I've traveled in Europe and Africa, but I have not made it to Central and South America. And Brazil and Peru are on my list for sure.
Oh, you're just gonna love it. It's a very beautiful place, Allison. What do you think about our performance when we're speaking English? Normally, Brazilians they tend to be a little bit negative about how they speak about their performance. They're always saying, "I'm sorry, my English is not so good." What do you think about it? Do you think it's really bad?
No, I don't feel that way at all. As a matter of fact, I have heard that where people tend to be a bit apologetic about their English. But no, it's what I explain to people. It's not your first language, so your brain is wired to speak your first language. So I have such respect for people who seek to learn a second language. So I have great respect. So I don't get the sense that Brazilians struggle with English any more than any other non-native speaker. I really don't experience that. And
That's amazing.
I see that a lot of and the students are really enthusiastic. They really want to learn. There is some trepidation, and there is maybe sometimes people are very critical. So I try to encourage people not to be critical. I say it's easier to learn when you are in a positive mindset and environment.
Sure. I agree that.
I speak with many different cultures, so I'm used to a lot of different accents. Brazilian accent is a very easy for me to understand. It's a great accent. I think as far as tips or advice for Brazilians learning English, it's just all about practice. I often tell a lot of my students, if they don't have anybody to talk to, let's say their Cambly minutes ran out or they're getting frustrated, just set a mirror up and talk to themselves in front of the mirror. It's the best way to practice.
Well, they try very hard. They want to learn English. Most of the Brazilians that I speak to have got good basic English. It's quite a good level of basic English that they have already. Yeah.
Okay, that's wonderful. So they do have like structure, but they still need practice.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. And if you could give my students a tip on how to learn better or how to get better and fluent very fast, what would you tell them?
Okay, I would tell them to watch English TV shows and YouTube and some music. And try and mimic. Try and mimic us as much as possible. So, yeah, I think that's what I would say.
Okay, that's awesome. Did you learn how to speak Spanish yourself, being in Mexico?
Pogo.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Very
I love it.
well.
I would just say practice makes perfect. The more time you spend engaging with an English speaker, even if you're reading a book or watching a television program, but especially coming on to work with a live tutor, as you practice, your English will begin to flow and you will become fluent. So I just encourage people. Practice
That's
makes
awesome.
perfect, right?
Yeah, sure. I agree 100%.
Maybe my other tip is sometimes I have husband and wife or partners that are both on Cambly and they both have their lessons. But when Cambly's off, they don't even talk to each other in English. So my tip would be pick a day, pick an afternoon, pick an evening, pick a morning, and just speak English around the house. I think it's a great idea for them.
That's a great idea and a great tip. Well, thank you so much, Greg, for participating today.
Thank you so much. It was nice to meet you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you so much, Allison, for taking part.
All right.
Thank you very much.
All right,
Nice meeting you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for taking
welcome.
part. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Nice meeting you.
You too. Bye.
É isso aí, pessoal. Eu espero de coração que vocês tenham se divertido e aproveitado esse vídeo tanto quanto eu. E não se esquece já de deixar o meu joinha, se inscrever no canal. Embaixo, quebra com esse link que tá aqui embaixo na descrição. Um beijo, eu te vejo no próximo vídeo.